Ladies and gentlemen, it was just about 24 hours ago. I was sitting here asking the Chicago Bulls to give me what I want and to bring Yuki Kamawara to the Chicago Bulls. Once again, I hope I'm saying his name correctly. But 24 hours later, not even, maybe it's about 10, 16 hours later at this point in time, the Chicago Bulls did what we asked for. Finally, the Bulls give us what we want. Let's talk about it and why I think it is a very good thing for the Chicago Bulls to do this in this video. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know what you guys think about the addition of Yuki Kamawara to the Chicago Bulls, at least on a two-way contract spot, because that is what he signed with this Bulls team. Now, what does a two-way contract spot entail of? Most of you guys would know, but if you're new and you are unaware, a two-way contract spot essentially allows Yuki to play in limited NBA games, only a handful of NBA games, but also he can spend time in the G League, and that's where he'll probably spend most of his time with the Chicago Bulls in the G League team. Now, I still think, regardless of the fact that a lot of people will probably say he should be in the main roster, he should be in the main team, I still say and feel this is a very good thing for Yuki Kamawara, and I still think it's a very good and big thing for the Chicago Bulls. Firstly, I just want to say how happy I am that the Chicago Bulls did something like this. Yes, of course, it may have been fan-forced, but at the end of the day, all of us saw what we saw. All of us saw the Summer League. All of us saw what we were able to, I guess, take away from the Summer League. And a lot of that had to do with the flashiness, the heart, the grit, and the skill of Yuki Kamawara. And that was shown when a lot of other guys had chances, maybe more chances to show differently as well. He was the one that stood out for me. He stood out for a lot of people, and that can't go unnoticed. And why I'm happy and why I'm very satisfied with the Bulls doing this is that clearly the Bulls saw this too. This wasn't a one-way street where it was all fan-forced and the Bulls gave in to temptation. Absolutely not. I truly believe the Bulls saw something in this and that the Bulls went for it. And that's what they should be doing. When you see skill, talent, and you see them actually show it in an environment where they need to show it, you have to take advantage of that. It was the biggest lesson we learned when Javon Freeman-Liberty went to the Raptors. It may have not worked out for the Raptors and Javon Freeman-Liberty, but the Bulls, it could have worked out. You never know. It might still work out. You never know. But when there's talent there showing itself, you have to jump. You have to take the chance. The Bulls are a team of risk takers. We draft project players. We go after undrafted talent, hoping that there could be something. Why can't this one be the one that works out for us? I'll ask that question and I'll leave you guys to figure out your own answers. But I'm very happy in this. And I know this might not be, I guess, a popular opinion as well. I'm actually very happy this is a two-way contract spot rather than a mainstay NBA contract spot. Now, that might hurt a lot of people to say, but ultimately, we know what the NBA is, ladies and gentlemen, and we know where the Chicago Bulls stand in the NBA. There might be a little bit of politics to go into this, but we'll talk about that later. Just purely based on the fact we have so many guards on this team, putting Yuki on a main team contract is going to hinder his performances with the Chicago Bulls. He's not going to play ahead of Josh Giddey, ahead of Kobe White, ahead of Ayo Dosunmu, and ahead of Tre Jones. Maybe over Jevon Carter, I think he could, but ultimately, a lot of those guys right now are mainstay NBA players that have proven themselves at that level. Yuki is an up-and-coming talent with a load of potential, load of skill, load of talent, and load of heart, but he hasn't done it at that main stage yet compared to those other guys. So putting him in that environment, yes, of course, if there was no politics in it and he was able to perform, he could get a spot on the Chicago Bulls team and he could get meaningful minutes. But on a two-way contract spot, it guarantees that he will get time to play basketball. He will get time in the G League to work on his craft. He will get time in minimized NBA games to do what he can do. And playing in the G League will elevate his game, will help him work on his craft. And not only that, it will help many Bulls fans. They pay attention to the G League, pay attention to how we play in the G League. It will give them the best opportunity to see Yuki and to kind of show whether or not he would be ready for the NBA or not. I mentioned it in the last video. Yes, I want him on the team, but I will openly admit I am not sure how Yuki's career with the Bulls will go. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know if he's ever going to make it to the main team. I don't know if he's ever going to get off that two-way contract. I have no idea about these things. But it's important that we took the risk. And hopefully you would expect the Bulls to do their part and to assess the situation, assess his talent, assess his skills, and if he is good enough, then things will change and we will make the statement and we will make the decisions. You have to believe the Bulls will do those things. Otherwise, there's no point in taking the risk at all. And if they do that, it's up to Yuki to perform. And that's where I want it to be at the moment. I don't want to full-on rush him in and say, hey, he needs to be a starter because of what he did in the Summer League. I think that's very jump to the conclusion sort of situation there. We shouldn't be doing that. We also shouldn't be saying it's the Summer League. We don't need to take the chance on him either. We found the middle ground there, and I really think that is the right decision, the two-way contract spot. And the fact that we did that before he even got to the preseason and training camp, it shows that the Bulls have some faith in him. So what I want to see now is simple. I want to see what he does in training camp. I want to see what he does in the preseason. And then I want to see what he does in the G League. That's what I want. And if injuries come around, things can change. And we all know with two-way contract spots, that can easily transition into an NBA contract spot for, I think, the majority of the season. We have a chance to do that. So no need to jump the gun. No need to, speed things forward when maybe no one is ready for that situation, including the player. I'm happy with this decision, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy and I'm satisfied. And now what we've got to do is get ready for the preseason. Get ready for potential other not 10-day contract, other training camp deals and preseason deals. And let's get competition for some places. And let's get the best Chicago Bulls team out there that's willing to fight. I mean, all this, and I haven't even talked about how happy I am with his performances. Again, the heart that he can show. He's a 5'8" player, and his defense is surely not going to be great at the NBA level, but his heart might be able to make up for his height issues and potential guarding problems at the NBA level. His skill set offensively is very unique, and there's not many point guards in the world that can do what he does on the playmaking side of the ball. You add the three-point shot in there, look, he has the potential to be something in this league. Let's take the time that he needs and we need to develop that. Time is the key thing here. Let's not rush and let's not take it too slow. We need the right time management. The Bulls need to make sure they get this right. And out of all the two-way contract spots I've seen over the course of many years, this is one of them that I'm truly excited about. And I hope he could get his mainstay at the NBA level once and for all in due time. But that's my video, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Yuki. I know there's a lot of fans that are now going to be coming in and supporting the Chicago Bulls based on this decision. Again, I welcome everybody here, whoever is new and whoever has been here for the past 5 or so years now. It's been a long time we've been making Bulls videos, but I will always try to be neutral in certain situations. If Yuki is playing well and he deserves his spot in the Chicago Bulls team, I will be one of those people that truly will speak about that. But also, if he is not playing well and he needs to step up in order to secure a future with the Chicago Bulls on a longer term basis, I will also be speaking about that if that comes to my attention. So we'll always try to be neutral. We'll always try to be fair. We'll always try to give the best, as honest opinions as possible, and we'll see where this journey takes us in terms of the two-way contract spot. I'm very excited for what's ahead, to say the least. That's how I feel for now. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.